Hello, hello. Heavy rain is what we are watching moving into the area tonight, and maybe severe thunderstorms tomorrow. The main threat being gusty, damaging winds inside these strong to severe storms tomorrow, and the smaller chance, but still worth mentioning, of a small, quick tornado as well in our region. So I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. Anytime you need us at capitalweathergang.com. We do have to get through some of this rain, this severe weather, this wind, to get into a calmer, sunnier middle part of our week. So we do have some better weather ahead, but let's get through the turbulent short term together and talk about the winds moving in tomorrow. These gusty, potentially damaging winds inside of a couple strong to severe storms are possible, but yes, noticeable wind gusts around tomorrow, just not necessarily damaging outside of what we are watching. A couple storms potentially moving in later tomorrow, and yes, rain comes in with this cold front as well. Not a widespread flood threat, but if you live in a poorly drained area, it is enough rain that could happen in a few hours here and there. Moderately heavy by dawn, around sunrise tomorrow. Now we do want to kind of keep an eye on things in the region, but overall not a widespread flood threat. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm Camden Walker. Jennifer, hello. Sharon, hello. Here's your forecast at a glance while I check comments and questions here. Linda, thank you so much for tuning in. Lucas, Kevin, good evening. Hello. Stacy, good evening to you as well. And Christy and Lo, thank you so much for tuning in. Sarah as well. And Michael, really appreciate it. So you all let me know if you have any questions. I'm really pleased you could tune in, and I can take you through the short term, the turbulent start to our week. With, as you can see, I went a little crazy with so many dynamic weather elements to Monday and Tuesday and even Wednesday. I want to walk you through this really quick. It is warm tomorrow, almost borderline muggy at times with the southerly winds ahead of this cold front. You can see showers and rain, could be heavy at times around sunrise, and some winds to contend with throughout the day. And we do see maybe tapering to showers and a couple peaks of sunshine, but that sunshine could help destabilize the atmosphere tomorrow, producing another round of rain, this time with some thunder, maybe not even with lightning, but these rain squalls, these kind of borderline thunderstorms, this strong rain line could move through with the potential for damaging wind gusts near 60 miles an hour, and one or two small, quick, isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out as well. So please keep that in mind throughout the day tomorrow. And Tuesday, we don't calm down quite yet. The winds are a little tamer, but we could see some rain showers, maybe even some snow showers in the region. And then Wednesday, finally sunnier and calmer winds. That's what I meant by kind of breeziness, and it goes downward. Diminished winds on Wednesday and Thursday. Looks pretty nice as well. And as you can see by the temperatures, we do get chilly behind this cold front Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Hey Karen, looks like everything but snow is coming up. Yes indeed, but snow showers are possible Monday night into Tuesday around here. Don't think we have more than a 10% chance of a couple flakes accumulating on grass here and there, but worth mentioning. And Antoine, thank you so much. Fall and winter is paying to view right now. That's fantastic. I like that very much. Misha, hello. Hope you're doing well. I'm sorry if you didn't get outside. Indeed, we had a very good weekend with some sunshine and calmer weather. Chris, thanks for tuning in. JD and Robin, happy Thanksgiving weekend to you as well. It has been an unseasonably warmer Thanksgiving. Our average high is 54 degrees, and we were into the 60s. So you have good weather awareness there and climate awareness. And Kellyanne, thanks for tuning in. Francis, hello. Thank you so much. Molly, Andrea, and Christy. Let's see what else I have for you. Here's the setup for tomorrow. Cold front is barreling into our region. The highest chance for severe storms, luckily, not directly in our DC region. As you can see with the yellow hatch mark there around Hampton Roads and eastern North Carolina, that is the highest chance for severe weather tomorrow. But in the hatched green area that you see around us, near the cold front depicted moving through tomorrow evening, that still is thunderstorms possible. We have a 1 out of 5 chance of seeing a strong to severe storm with damaging wind gusts, and then behind the main threat being damaging winds, we have a smaller chance, but worth mentioning, 2% chance of seeing a quick tornado tomorrow. Very unusual for this time of year, and worth mentioning. I know 2% doesn't sound like much, but that is mathematically extremely much higher than our near 0% chance of a tornado on any given day. So thank you for just heeding that, keeping weather aware tomorrow. Make sure you have more than one way to get your severe weather warnings as well tomorrow. You can follow us on Twitter at Capital Weather. And also on Twitter, we have just our severe weather alerts for you. You can push those to your phone at DC Weather Alerts. And here's the setup for Tuesday. Some snow back in West Virginia and even Garrett County. Cannot rule out around here in the DC region, especially higher elevations. A couple snowflakes, snow showers. Smallest chance of seeing a couple grassy accumulating snowflakes, but nothing too much. And again, sunset earlier and earlier. Thank you for joining me on these Sunday sunset chats. It is hard for me to actually get everything together so compressed as the afternoon data comes out. I'm trying to get on air around sunset, but thank you all for bearing with me with these early sunsets. I'm just going to complain. I'm not used to them yet. They're just too early. I hope you were hanging in there with the shorter day length as well. And I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang, where, of course, anytime you hit us on the blog, capitalweathergang.com, you can click on my face and see all kinds of links we're talking about below on your mobile device or above the video here on your laptop or desktop. Thank you, MJ, for tuning in. Hey, Drew. Hey, Barbie and Misha. You are laughing. And Bente, thanks for tuning in as well. The other links we're talking about, cwg.news/climate. We put that out today, a discussion about climate norms and biases that go into how we kind of list our climate every 30 years. We kind of revise the numbers without thinking in fuller context of how we revise the numbers upward in the past 50 to 100 years to kind of, we forget how climate change is ever more active in our weather. And here, if you need a gift idea, go to cwg.news/calendar for Kevin Ambrose's great calendar coming up. He can ship it directly to you. So that's just a gift idea for you as well. And snow lovers, let me tease you by showing you the chance for a dusting by Tuesday evening. We have very low chance, but I thought I would show you in some of the higher elevations, you might see a few flakes do a grassy dusting of accumulation. But of course, main accumulation chances are in West Virginia and Garrett County through from Monday night to Tuesday night, kind of the greatest chance for some of the snow accumulation. Hey, Matt, thanks for tuning in. We continue to add a couple degrees onto our averages every 30 years. And for one note, our coldest average high temperature used to be 42 degrees in the current climate norms. In January, that was our coldest average high temperature, 42, and very likely the new math, when you go the latest 30 years through 2020, we're going to revise upward our coldest average high temperature in January from 42 to 43 degrees. So it's just not getting as cold, and we need to be careful not to lose track of that as we revise our 30-year averages. And Snow Tracker, of course, we have not had any yet, but I want you to know it is on capitalweathergang.com. We will watch it for you, and I hope you entered our snowfall contest this last week. And of course, this is our winter outlook at cwg.news/winter outlook. Snow lovers, don't lose all hope. We do see the chance for some snow this year, especially when compared to last year's low accumulating winter. And we talked about averages a minute ago. Here today and tomorrow, at the end of the month of November, our average high temperature right now is 52 degrees. This goes for the averages of 30 years ending 2010. We haven't taken in the latest decade from 2011 to 2020 into account just yet, but we'll, the Climate Center will get that updated, the Climate Prediction Center. And looking ahead, I can give you kind of a hint of where we are next week. In the 8 to 10 day range, our average goes down another couple degrees by next Sunday. When you talk to me on Sunday Sunset Chats here, will be 50 degrees for an average high temperature. And the blue shading you see around us on the East Coast indicates a decent chance for below average temperatures for next week. Next work week, next week, starting on Sunday into next work week, we could see cooler than average temperatures. And this map has better context if I offer you what our average high temperature is starting next Sunday in the DC area of 50 degrees for an average high. So we could maybe struggle to reach 50 degrees for a couple or few days next week as well. So cooler weather is ahead, potentially. All right, while I take some questions and comments, here's your forecast at a glance. The week starts in a turbulent manner. We're talking about the potential for severe storms tomorrow. And we'll go into detail on that in a second. And midweek, it finally calms down and gets sunnier as well. Hey, Bill, thanks for tuning in. Annette, happy Sunday. I'm glad you enjoyed your Thanksgiving time off. I'm still stuffed with leftovers. Thanks for asking. And Heidi, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Allison, Christopher, and Steve, and Scott, thanks for tuning in. Chris, indeed, tomorrow we do have a small 2-3% chance of a tornado threat. Very unusual this time of year. The main threat to be focused on tomorrow, to think about, with a 1 out of 5 chance of severe storms tomorrow afternoon, is a wind threat, a damaging wind threat. We could see a couple gusts near or above 58 miles an hour, which is the threshold for damaging winds in our region. So please keep that in mind. And that's a 5-10% chance of damaging wind gusts tomorrow. Tornadoes, 2-3% chance. Less than damaging wind potential for tomorrow, but worth mentioning, since nearly 0% chance any given day around the region do we see the threat for tornadoes. So if they develop tomorrow, would be weak, they would be quick. So please don't focus too much on the tornado threat, but it is there, and we'll have to watch these wind gusts on average tomorrow, kind of in the 20 to 35 mile per hour range outside of thunderstorms. So it is already a windy day, even outside the potential severe weather tomorrow. And of course, rainy. We could see a good deal of rain. Heaviest rains could be late tonight into very early tomorrow, around dawn, around sunrise. So keep that in mind. A couple spots, if you have poorly drained areas around you, please keep a small eye open, a small watch for some patchy flooding, but overall not a widespread rain threat, since we've had some dry weather in advance of this moderately heavy rain. It is a little bit quick in how it's going to fall for a few hours tomorrow around sunrise, but again, not a widespread rain threat. Stacy, tornadoes were indeed a thing if you went to college in Indiana. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Indigo, if you can tune in to your weather radio, please keep that on tomorrow as well. Indeed. If you are a spotter, I appreciate you keeping an eye on things tomorrow as well. Jamie, thanks for tuning in. Barbara, thanks for tuning in. Ronnie, Anne, Suzanne, and Julie, appreciate you tuning in as well. Let me know if I missed any other questions. We indeed have a turbulent start to our week tomorrow. It is kind of a moderately heavy rain, could be heavy at times late tonight. It moves in and into early tomorrow morning. Then we kind of deal with the wind tomorrow morning into midday, a couple sunny breaks among some showers tomorrow, and then with the atmosphere unfortunately destabilized potentially and energized with some peaks of sunshine kind of bubbling and percolating and boiling in the atmosphere, invisibly so, but nonetheless that could spawn a couple thunderstorms, some gusty rain squalls. We might not even see lightning, maybe not even hear some thunder, but these rain squalls tomorrow could possess some damaging winds at or above 58 miles per hour. There's even a small 2-3% chance of a quick, weak tornado being spawned. Don't worry nearly as much about the tornado threat as the damaging wind gusts. That's much more of a threat tomorrow, but overall, don't even be too anxious. It's a 1 out of 5 chance of seeing severe storms tomorrow. So again, we are on the edge of the severe weather potentially tomorrow, midday and afternoon. But it is worth mentioning, winds and even 1 or 2 very small weak tornadoes could be spawned with this strong cold front tomorrow afternoon. But have more than one way to get your severe weather information. Stay weather aware tomorrow, and follow us on Twitter at Capital Weather, and our severe weather alert system on Twitter is a different account, at DC Weather Alerts. You can push those to your phone, and of course have your weather radio on, have your TV on. I always encourage, and all of us at Capital Weather Gang have more than one way to receive your severe weather alerts in case one of those systems goes down. Kind of a windy day tomorrow, even outside of severe thunderstorms. A couple severe storms could see some wind gusts near 60 miles per hour, but overall 25-35 mile per hour wind gusts can't be ruled out tomorrow. And again, some moderately heavy rain, especially around dawn. There could be some patchy flooding in a couple poorly drained spots. And here's your forecast at a glance. Even breezy/windy Tuesday, when we could see some snow showers in the region. Couple grassy accumulating flakes in higher elevations. Maybe I don't want to totally tease all you snow lovers, but we're not expecting any major snowfall accumulation whatsoever. But don't be surprised if you see some snow showers falling from the sky on Tuesday around the region. A little calmer and definitely sunny by Wednesday. I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to Wednesday, and even Thursday has a decent amount of sunshine and much calmer conditions. We finally should get this wind out of here, the breeze out of here by Thursday. But each day goes by, we have less and less breeze. Hey Lori, you had a nice snow shower dream last night. I love that. Jacqueline, thanks for tuning in. Julietta, hello. And Christine, hello. Heather, Randy, and Kelly, thanks for tuning in as well. I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. Anytime you need us, we're on the blog, capitalweathergang.com. You can touch on my face, and popping up below on your mobile device, you will see links that we've talked about in this broadcast, or above The links will appear above on your desktop or laptop. Here's your forecast at a glance. And of course, we're on Twitter at Capital Weather. And with severe storms, 1 out of 5 chance, there's a threat of damaging wind gusts and some storms and squalls tomorrow afternoon. Please follow us at DC Weather Alerts on Twitter as well, so that we can offer you a way to push alerts to your phone about severe weather in the region, just severe weather alerts only, to your phone through that account, DC Weather Alerts on Twitter as well. We've got this strong cold front moving through, and that has us watching the severe thunderstorm potential for tomorrow. Some heavy rain starts moving in, maybe even late tonight, especially around sunrise as well. Hey Peter, thanks for tuning in. Hey Lisa, you're most welcome for the updates. Thank you. Carrie, hello. And Kelly, can't wait for snow. Fingers crossed. We could see some snow showers for you maybe on Tuesday that won't accumulate, but I wanted to offer snow lovers the potential. If we look ahead to Tuesday, you can see the main snow stays, of course, in Garrett County, Maryland and West Virginia, but a couple snow showers could fall from the sky around here on Tuesday as well. You have a good week as well, Marie. Thanks for tuning in. Michelle, thanks for tuning in. Carol, yes, you are west of the city there in Manassas. Anastasia, thanks for tuning in. Hillary and Lori, we're thankful for you as well. Appreciate you tuning in. And Janice, John, bring on the snow. Well, snow showers, maybe I can offer you around DC on Tuesday. If you're a diehard snow lover, go to West Virginia. Maybe check out Snowshoe on Monday night through Tuesday night as well. John, indeed, bring on the snow. And Marcia, Stephanie, and Patty, fingers crossed for no power outages. Luckily, Patty, the good news is, while we do have this wind threat tomorrow, we have little to no foliage on the trees tomorrow here, wind gusts over the next 24 hours. And yes, some storms tomorrow, some rain squalls could tomorrow afternoon have a couple wind gusts near 60 miles per hour, but power outages are reduced this time of year with less foliage on the trees, producing less of that kind of windy sail effect. And our soil is dry, so roots have a kind of good grip on the soil right now. So far, not a widespread power outage threat tomorrow, but I see your point. I want everyone to charge their devices, maybe even before bed tonight, in case this rain turns into a little bit heavier, shorter duration near sunrise. We could see patchy flooding in a couple poor drained spots, but not a widespread flooding threat. But still, we've got heavy rains, the potential for wind damage tomorrow, and even a couple quick, small, weak tornadoes could move through our region tomorrow as well. And I'm talking 2% chance, but that is mathematically significant when near 0% chance on any given day around DC do we see normally a tornado threat is basically zero. So it is unusual this time of year to talk about kind of rains and wind and severe storms and even the small chance of seeing a quick, weak tornado. But it's worth mentioning, you know, we're not pulling the alarm bells on you. It's a 1 out of 5 chance tomorrow afternoon of seeing a severe storm, but just want you to be weather aware tomorrow. Have more than one way to get your severe weather information. You can follow us on Twitter at Capital Weather and on Twitter at our severe weather alerts system at DC Weather Alerts. That's another way you can get push alerts to your phone about just simply severe weather happening in our area, and you won't hear from us otherwise. So just keep that in mind as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm here for a couple more minutes. I'm Ken Milwaukee for Capital Weather Gang. Click on my face, popping up below on your mobile device. You will see all the links we have touched on tonight. And the links will be above on your desktop or laptop. The forecast at a glance does indeed illustrate our turbulent start to the week. We get a little bit calmer and sunnier by Wednesday and Thursday. Jacqueline says bring on the snow. Aaron, thanks for tuning in. Mark, thanks for tuning in. And Patty, you're talking about power outages do indeed go out sometimes in your neighborhood. So yes, charge those devices if you can tonight. Catherine, even though we're not, of course, talking about a widespread power outage or threats or flooding threats or anything, there's no major threat for tomorrow, but there is worth mentioning that some of these storms tomorrow have a 1 out of 5 chance of seeing damaging wind gusts. And yes, a couple patchy areas of flooding, a couple of spots of power outages can't be ruled out. 1 or 2 weak tornadoes can't be ruled out. But just stay weather aware tomorrow. Just don't be anxious. Charge your devices. Do what you can to have more than one way to have severe weather information delivered to you on your phone, radio, TV. We want to make sure you stay safe tomorrow. And that's all there is to it. Kevin, thanks so much for tuning in. Christine and Scott and John and Mike and Catherine and Heather, thanks so much for tuning in. Any last questions before I go? I'm Camden Walker. Anytime you need us, we're at capitalweathergang.com. We've got a couple new items out for you at cwg.news/climate and cwg.news/calendar. On a lighter note, if you need a gift idea, here's an idea. And it's worth talking about this for context. With our climate norms being revised later, I think next year we'll finally put in the data from 2020 to give a new decade of weather data into our climate data that shifts every 30 years on us. So that is good context. And again, early and early sunsets, I do not like them. I'm trying my best to broadcast to you to get all my data together from the afternoon before sunset, but thanks for being patient if I'm on these early sunsets, not quite here right at sunset, but you guys are the best. Thanks so much for your patience. And again, the strong cold front tomorrow is what we're talking about. 1 out of 5 chance of severe weather. Damaging wind gusts are the main threats. A couple, 1 or 2 weak tornadoes can't be ruled out as well. Don't panic, nothing too widespread, but we have heavy rain that could be moving in late tonight into early tomorrow morning, and then we get a break, maybe even see wind gusts move in and a couple peaks of sunshine that destabilize the atmosphere, and then a round of storms move through, maybe not even with lightning and thunder, but we could call them rain squalls with a couple damaging wind gusts near 60 miles an hour, and then we get that front out of here offshore, and then another trough moves through. The main snow that we're talking about stays in West Virginia and Garrett County, Maryland, but we could see a couple snow showers around DC on Tuesday. And what else do I have for you? Here's the probability through Tuesday evening of seeing a dusting around grassy areas. You can see I'm trying to throw you snow lovers a bone, but it's high elevations, maybe you see a dusting on the grass. So that's about it. And we'll keep you posted on capitalweathergang.com. Here's our snow tracker. So far 0, but we'll of course on the blog release our snow potential index anytime we see the potential in the next few days, several days, of seeing an inch or more of accumulation. And I think that is all I have for you at the time. If we're talking about tropics really quick, I did pull that together for you. What else? Here it is. We've got just one disturbance over near the Azores that could become tropical storm or subtropical storm Kappa later this week. And then what else? We've got, of course, we're talking about climate at cwg.news/climate. Winter has been warmer, and the number of days above average also shows an upward trend since 1970 around DC as well. So there's some climate context for you as well. All right, Mary, thanks for tuning in. Jen and Barbara, you're looking forward to even some snow showers on Tuesday. Excellent. John, Carol, Casey, thanks so much for tuning in. And VJ, thanks for tuning in as well. I'm signing off now. Have a great start to your week. And here is your forecast at a glance. Patty, you're most welcome. Just hang on to your hats tomorrow. And even Tuesday, we have winds and breezes around. 1 out of 5 chance of severe weather, severe snow, kind of severe rain squalls, I'll call them, tomorrow afternoon. Even if there's no lightning or thunder, there could be some damaging wind gusts near 60 miles an hour. 1 or 2 small, quick, weak tornadoes are possible in the region tomorrow afternoon as well. So stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com. And follow us on Twitter, Capital Weather, and our severe weather account on Twitter is at DC Weather Alerts. Activate your weather radios tomorrow and just generally stay weather aware and have more than one way to get your severe weather information tomorrow. And again, we're not pulling the alarm bells. We're not telling you to be anxious, but again, 1 out of 5 chance of severe storms tomorrow. So heavy rain moves in tonight, and then we could deal with a round of severe storms or rain squalls later tomorrow with the cold front finally getting its act to push through tomorrow. And then we're much colder on Tuesday and Wednesday with slowly decreasing breezes and winds, but at least the sun does start to return. Have a great start to your week. I'm Camden Walker for capitalweathergang.com. Take care. Bye-bye.